Capricorn, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your singles love reading for November 2022. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I will never ask for personal details, and I'll also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks you for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Capricorn, this is your singles love reading. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. But just before we move on, I don't know if you noticed, but the symbol just clipped a beautiful crystal here because they were giving me a very strong image in the water, okay? And that was a heart that is, it's like it's painted with the sea inside it. Such a random image, okay? A heart with it looks like the ocean in the heart. Okay, so this could be a drawing or a painting that you see, or perhaps you're an artist and that's something you're drawing right now. I mean, it may not even be the sea inside it, but it just looks like waves, or it looks like a blue, beautiful, sort of swirling kind of energy, and it just makes me think about the sea inside this heart. So it can mean that, for example, you have a longing or a desire to go to the sea. So please take it as it resonates. It's quite a very, very strong image. So yeah, I'll leave that there. Maybe sort of personal to somebody out there, or you could see it as a symbol on a billboard, or perhaps on someone, maybe as a tattoo. As you walk down the street, you see someone with that image etched on their body. It just looks so wonderfully blue. I mean, almost like this, actually. If you have a look, it's like this, but inside a heart. Okay, so watch out for something like that inside a heart. Now let's move on with your cards and let's see what is occurring for you. Okay, now the first sort of energy here is your protagonist energy, my beautiful Capricorn, and this is you ready for change. This is you closing out a chapter in your life and opening yourself up to new energy, okay? A lot of signs have this at this moment, this energy of transformation, especially since we're going through Scorpio season right now, and this is the Death card, which means there is radical change going on within you. You may have been going through a major period of personal development, and when we get this card, it indicates you're coming out the other side, changed forever. Whatever experience you've been going through, you've definitely changed, you're evolving, and you are ready for the next chapter in your story, okay? The Death card is an energy of regeneration or rebirth. So after a long period of feeling stuck or stagnant, it's time to sort of open a new door when it comes to love. And I definitely see you sort of cleansing cycles that no longer have been serving you. I definitely get you sort of, you know, any outdated relationships. I feel like you're closing the door to those as well. I feel like you're transitioning into something better, or transitioning towards something better. I feel like you've been going through a rite of passage. You've been doing a lot of learning about yourself. You've been doing a lot of releasing things from your past. Now, the Death card in this position does indicate a sort of a period where you may have felt nothing's been happening. You may have felt that you have been sort of in limbo almost, where you or you've been holding on to something. Okay, now this could be it could be a person from the past. Doesn't have to be that you want to be with that person from the past, but it can mean with the transformation card there and the World card in the resistance position, it can mean that you've been holding on to an experience that has kept you from getting out there to find love, because the World card in this position can sort of indicate delaying, you know, putting yourself out there, maybe taking yourself out of the dating game for a while, but it can also represent you know, unfinished lessons in your life in some area. So I'm just going to pull a card on that because I feel like you're closing out cycles at this time. I feel like you're embracing, fulfillment, inner fulfillment. I feel like you're content by yourself, but you do want to open yourself up to love. I mean, the outcome card is taking a leap of faith, opening yourself completely to a new beginning, having a lot of potential to go on a new journey of love with a new person. So I feel like you're freeing yourself up from any repetitive cycles, or you're freeing yourself up from any stagnant energy. There's an energy of liberation. As you see, look, it's almost like this person has gone deep and is at the end of a very deep and self-reflecting time period, and is now ready to sort of come to the surface, sort of come back up for air, as it were, and see what's about. You've gone through a major transformation. So just let me clarify this energy transformation and the World card. Can you please clarify for my beautiful Capricorn? What do they need to know? Four of Wands. Okay, so you're learning to celebrate yourself a little bit more, but also with the Four of Wands, you may feel compelled more than usual during this time period to get out there and have fun. Okay, now the Four of Wands is a card of being in good company with good people, revelry, relishing the moment and seeking pleasure. So this is a card also of celebrating friendships. So some of you may feel, even if it's people you haven't seen for a while, you may be reconnecting to those people and sort of really going out there and having fun. But the Four of Wands also indicates you are calling in a soulmate. So these changes that you've been going through, these transformations, have been preparing the way for you to be open to receive that love that you truly deserve and desire. Okay, Four of Wands is a card of preparation as well. So I feel like you're finding peace within yourself, starting to find stability emotionally, and in terms of your passions, you're finding harmony. But I feel this energy here of you sort of readying yourself, preparing the way to get out there and meet love. Now, when I was holding that song, that card, they're giving me a song in the water. Okay, interesting. I said holding that song, so maybe that means something. But this song, I mean, it's a wonderful song, of course, but it is played to death, this song, okay? I mean, everybody and their aunt knows this song. I almost don't want to say it because, I mean, it's wonderful. And the person who sings it, she is incredible. So I'm just going to give you the lyrics that they're giving me right now. One moment, please. I'm just going to connect to that. One moment, please. I just want you for my own, more than you will ever know. Oh, okay. Right. Okay, they're just leaving that there. There's only 2 lines they're giving me from that song. Very famous song by Mariah Carey, of course. What is it called? It's called, I think it's called All I Want for Christmas Is You, or something like that. I mean, it plays all the time, every year, without fail. It should be up there with like Whamageddon and things like that, because it's just so everywhere. Now, it is a wonderful song, and it sort of, now not everybody, of course, celebrates that festivity, of course, so it may mean nothing to you, but you may hear it as a song as you're out and about in the mall, or, walking down the sidewalk, wherever you go. I mean, it's kind of a song that pretty much everybody's going to hear in the coming weeks, of course, but this is representative. This song is important. It means when you hear this song, there's a change in your love life. I mean, it could even be playing when you meet this new person. I mean, that's such an obvious song. I love it when they give me like really sort of rare songs that don't sort of like pop up, like maybe once in a blue moon song that comes from like the 60s, 70s, or 80s, things like that. But a song that plays so often, sometimes I'm like, oh, okay, that, you can hear that everywhere. So, but I would listen out for it because it does indicate change in your love status. Okay, the new beginnings card here for you as the outcome indicates you're about to sort of launch yourself out there on the dating scene if you haven't been already. Okay, you've been going through a major period of personal development, and I feel like the World card indicates in this position you're going to be the right place, the right time to meet the right person, and you're going to look at your situations that you've experienced in the past and see why they did not work out, because you're meant to meet this new person that's coming in. okay? But listen out for that song. I mean, you're not going to be able to miss it, I'm sure of it. But anyway, Knight of Swords, lifestyle changes. So you've been making radical change for yourself. Now, I'm also going to do a Celtic cross for you. I'm going to get all of the cards first before I connect to that outcome. Ace of Pentacles, you're definitely ready for something new. The Lover's card, now this is in a past position. So either you separated from something recently, or there is the influence of a separation that has brought you a lot of transformation. Okay, they want me to put this one here. We've got the Four of Cups there as well for you. So something from your past, the ghost of a lover from the past could have influenced the way you operate in love. You may have decided to take your sort of self out of the dating game, but if you've not experienced love, it can mean that you are in a period of attracting love. You've made some choices, some decisions that are affecting your path ahead and are bringing in almost like law of attraction. They're bringing you, well, the Justice card. I said you're going to get what you truly deserve and desire, and that's what they're giving me there. Justice card, and we've got the Ace of Wands. So definitely a spark of new passion headed your way with someone exciting. I'm just going to close off the decks there for you as I shuffle that around. Okay, so your first card here is the Knight of Swords. My beautiful Capricorn, you've been making changes left, right, and center. Now, these could be personal development changes, it could be career changes. This is lifestyle changes. So it can mean that you're changing your diet, exercise routines, building healthier boundaries, building your confidence, really sort of cutting things out from your past. Because the Knight of Swords is an important card. It is someone who is brave. It's almost like you're getting back on the horse. You're getting back out there, okay? Having the courage to sort of get out and talk to new people, because swords are all about communication. They're also about, a meeting of minds. So also it's about like listening to your inner voice and saying, you know what do I need to do? I need to sort of get myself out there. And how do I do that? Okay, well, do I want to meet someone online, or do I want to actually organically meet that person in a different scenario? So I feel like you're making choices with regards to putting yourself back in the mix when it comes to meeting love. Now, some of you with the Knight of Swords could already have started talking to somebody, okay? Because swords are all about communication and things like that. And I feel like as soon as you start meeting this person, or as soon as you meet this person, there is going to be some quick fire exchanges. You and this person is a meeting of minds for sure. And I feel like there's a lot of back and forth energy with you and this person. Message. You're going to get to know this person deeply, quite quickly actually. And of course, it's important to remember passion and intensity is wonderful, it's magnetic, but mainly build a foundation, a strong foundation for the connection to grow. Okay, important there, because the Knight of Swords can say don't rush in too fast. It can be sort of like there's temptation to be sort of hasty. So I would just be a little bit mindful of that. If you tend to be someone who falls in love, my beautiful Capricorn, I don't feel like you fall in love easily, but once you're in, I feel like, you fall quite quickly once you're in the mix of it all. So just be mindful of that, okay? Nothing wrong with passion and intensity, nothing at all. It is magnetic, it is, alluring and passionate, and it's very it's very attractive in a person and in a relationship, but just be mindful, of going too fast. Let's put it that way. Knight of Swords also indicates you've made some changes and you're ready for love. Some of you may be traveling. Some of you may be cutting things out from the past, because this is a card of, you looking at your present moment and seeing things that you've experienced or had responses to, and you're like, is this good for my future? If it's not, I'm moving on. I'm headed in one direction. It's really interesting. When you look at the spread from my point of view, this Knight of Swords is looking directly at this Lover's card. It's like, what do I want? I want this. So how do I go about achieving it? How do I go about accepting it? Opening myself up to it, okay? The Knight of Swords is one of the most important knights because it is the knight that accomplishes whatever it sets out to do quite quickly, okay? So if you've just decided you've gone through a period of healing and transformation and you're ready for love, because that knight is always ready to go. I feel like you're ready to go, get out there and meet love, meet your soulmate. What is crossing you? We've got the Sun card. Now, this is an interesting card that is a crossing card. It can mean that right now you cannot see anyone having any connection with you. You feel there's no inspiration, or there's no spark, there's no passion. You can't see any relationships flourishing at this time. And, you know, I feel like you're focusing on your own happiness, because the Sun card is a card, it's a Leo card, it's the card of the self, the ego, and not ego in a negative way, ego in a positive way, because you're focusing on your own needs. Some of you may be focusing on responsibilities with your family and things like that. But I feel like you're trying to be optimistic at this present time about love, but it didn't always used to be that way. I'm getting this energy that perhaps you've not had the motivation to find love, because the Sun card is about the energy that you give a situation. So some of you may have been going through a period of depression. Now, I'm not medically trained to talk about that. So, if you're going through a period where you're feeling really low energy or feeling depression, then I'm sending all of my love and hugs and devotion out to you. Very, very difficult to sort of release yourself from that energy, but I definitely see a more positive turn of events for you, where happiness returns. I just get this energy of you becoming there's like an exuberant energy that I see sort of infiltrating your energy field over the next 4 to 5 weeks. Okay, I almost feel like resurrection energy, where you're back in the game, you're back in the mix, you're back in the saddle, you're ready for love. Okay, and I feel like this is about the energy that you give to your situation, because I feel for a period of time you've not really given it your full focus. Okay, the Sun is about shining light in areas of your life, and the Sun is necessary for you to grow something healthy. So, if you are focused on your money, then of course the Sun will be shining on that. That's your attention. That's where your attention's going, and that's where things are going to work out for you. So I feel now you are sort of ready for love. Okay. The Sun also indicates being honest with yourself. It is the truth. The Sun is the truth. It is the light. It is about being aware. And I feel like you're going to allow that. You've been building for a while, learning to sort of let that inner light of yours shine, because I feel like you're very attractive at this time, and I feel like you've grown, you've gone through major personal growth, and I feel like you're ready. Okay, I do feel like you're going to meet a relationship that is very hot and heavy. The combination between the Knight of Swords and the Sun indicates a very passionate, hot and heavy connection that will be a meeting of minds, and I feel like this new person could have a similar lifestyle as you, and both of you are going to have a very adventurous connection, this new person that's coming in. What is below you? This is what you're attracting at this time. Ace of Pentacles. So you want someone who's new, who is faithful, someone you can depend on, someone who is willing to invest in a connection. Now, it's worth noting the Ace of Pentacles is like an opportunity offered by the universe that has a lot of potential to go places. It has a lot of potential to grow into something really solid and beautiful. Okay. They're actually showing me peacock feathers in the water right now. So peacock feathers are all about noticing your worth, knowing that you're raising your vibration, because peacock energy can be about vibrancy, but it's also about knowing that you are attractive and lovable, both inside and out. Okay, and your guides are kind of indicating that whilst you're building your confidence and doing a lot of personal growth, they want you to be aware that you are a gift in itself. Okay, that's not an egotistical thing, but I feel like they want you to be aware you bring a lot to the table of love and life. But I just get this energy of you sort of this growth, this transformation, this evolution that you've gone through makes you a perfect match for this new person. Okay, so I feel like it's on both sides. You are attracting someone who is good for you, let's put it that way. Now, in the past position, we've got the Lover's card. Okay, now because we've got the Eight of Cups here in the potential position, it does mean that perhaps you're walking away from something. You're walking another direction. You're walking away from something that you perhaps thought was someone significant in your life, soulmate energy, okay? Because whatever has been playing out, even if it's been a pattern or a cycle, some sort of experience that you had in the past regarding love, I mean, it could literally be the foundation of you looking at love like, noticing your parents or guardians and the way that they dealt with love or not. None of us come to this lifetime with a manual of how to do life or how to do love. We're all learning, depending on the journey that we're taking. So there's no blame here, but there may be some sort of childhood wounding or ancestral wounding or something like that maybe you've witnessed, if it's not a love experience from the past. So, for example, you may have noticed when you were younger, your parents may have divorced, and although it's just what it is, it may have influenced the way you operate in love or how you open yourself up to love. There may be some influences there where you feel love has the potential to leave. So you guard yourself a little bit more if you've had those experiences. Now, of course, none of us have guarantees in this lifetime. We meet someone, we open ourselves up to that level of vulnerability and say, you know what? I'm living in the moment. I'm falling in love and I'm going to open myself up to this wonderful journey and I'm going to see where it takes me, and I'm just going to trust that the person is the one. Okay, so but I definitely get this energy of you sort of looking at a past situation that you're walking away from, because the Lover's card is a choice, and because you got the transformation, which is something's dead, it's done, it's over. Okay, you're moving on from it. The World card in this position says, a cycle that was in play is now getting closure, and you are going to be in the right place, the right time to launch yourself into new energy. So I feel like you're setting yourself up to meet a soulmate, but I feel like you're also closing out a past cycle. Okay, or you've closed it. You've closed the door. You've literally sort of shut that door now, and you're moving on, because the Eight of Cups says it was not fulfilling for you. This is a card of moving on or abandoning a situation, and you may have had a long period where you withdrew from love. Because you went on a journey of personal discovery. So I feel that, the Eight of Cups, the figure in the Eight of Cups walks straight into the Nine of Cups, so that means a wish fulfilled. You're willing to walk away from something that was just not right for you or was just not working, and that takes courage. That Knight of Swords is courage. So I feel like by doing so, you're walking straight into a loving, sort of beautiful relationship and a chemistry with somebody new that has real potential to be something quite exciting. Okay, aces bring new energy, so deep down you're attracting someone for a long-term connection with a lot of potential, and your outcome energy is the Ace of Wands, so spark of chemistry between you and someone new. Okay, there's a lot of energy there. It's like a frisson, a spark. I just keep getting this energy of a spark. Things are going to hot up for you. Things are going to get pretty, actually, yeah, hot for you and this new person. Now, the Four of Cups is in your near future position. Now, the Four of Cups indicates that, there's been a feeling of unfulfillment for a while, and you may have even started to sort of look at love in a way where you feel it has been nothing but pain or wounding. Okay, as you can see, this figure, she's got loads of wounds there, and there's a scissors there. It's almost like someone may have wounded you quite badly in the past, or an experience disappointed you in a way where it's left a mark. Let's put it that way. I feel like you've been forever changed by an experience, but still you're moving on. Okay, now they show me the peacock feather again. Now this peacock feather is maybe something that you will see over the next 4 to 5 weeks. It could be something you're given at a party. It could be something that you wear to a party, maybe a costume or something like that. Or it can mean when you go on a date with a new person, that there could be peacock feathers drawn on the walls or just as decoration. So please take it as it resonates. It's important. They give me these images. They may mean nothing at the moment, but in the next 4 to 5 weeks, they may mean everything. Now, I was reading a comment actually, just to let you know how my readings work. I was reading a comment from a wonderful person from the collective, and she was saying she listened to one of the readings and she was like, you know what, this reading, maybe it's not for me, because I'm never going to see a Jack in the Box. I can't see a Jack in the Box around me right now. I don't even drive past a Jack in the Box. I'm never going to see a Jack in the Box. This reading's not for me. And she said a couple of days later, her partner put on the TV, and there was a well-known TV show on there, and one of the characters was playing with a Jack in the Box, and she was like, OMG, there is no way this is what, so then of course there's some element in that reading that is going to occur for that member of the collective because she's seen the Jack in the Box. So watch out for the signs. These images come up for a reason, okay? Now the Four of Cups indicates whilst you may be feeling unfulfilled, it is a reminder, don't think about the things that have not been working in your love life. Think about, more positive sort of situations, because if you feel like you're not going to find love, you're right, because you're actually almost, because they're giving me a sentence now and they're literally giving me these 3 words. So I feel like this may be a quote that you will see in the next 4 to 5 weeks written on something. Could be on a gift, could be on a card. Now I say this sentence quite a lot, but they're bringing it up in the water in the 3 words. It's the way it's written, it's in italics. So it's in beautiful handwriting is what I'm seeing. It's not like printed boldly. But anyway, it's thoughts become things. Thoughts become things. So they really want you to be aware of that. There may be something that you will see written down somewhere. 4 Cups indicates the universe is going to surprise you. Okay, this is like omens being given to you, signs. It's like your expectations will be met. Okay, but it is a reminder that if you're too focused on a past situation that did not work out in your favor, then you're going to miss the opportunity that the universe is delivering you at this time. So it is an indication that to move on. As you can see, this person, on their mind, they've got the heart. So I feel like love is on your mind, and that is what you're attracting at this time. I would say also to look at yourself in a way, my beautiful Capricorn, and notice where you may self-sabotage. Now, I'm not pointing a finger at you. We all self-sabotage at some stage of our lives. Self-sabotaging can show up in areas like, that previous experience didn't work out for me, so maybe I'm not meant to find love. It can also mean that was my last chance to find love. That's not the truth. That's the ego sort of telling us things to keep us in fear, okay? So I feel like look at moments where you may have that inner dialogue running in the background that says, oh, you know what, maybe I'm not going to meet love, or maybe I'm too shy, or maybe it's not the right time, or, all of those things. Even if you're really busy and you've been, going through a period of personal growth, but also you've been focusing on other areas of your life, making big lifestyle changes or career changes, your guides are sort of suggesting make adjustments to find time to put yourself in a scenario to meet new love, okay? I'll see where you may meet this person in a moment. Advice to yourself, 10 of Cups, be positive. Open yourself up to that level of balance and harmony. A lot of you with the 10 of Cups may be focusing on, sort of responsibilities in the home space or with your family, for example. This is a card of knowing that you are lovable, okay, and that you are attracting at this time the highest love of all. 10 of Cups is, enjoying the smaller moments in life. It's like enjoying the everyday moments, the exchanges with friends, with family, the little things, in life. It's about that sort of energy. I feel like you're going to be in a cycle of joy and fulfillment and serenity as well. And I kind of get this energy of, the only thing that's missing right now, we've gone from the 8 of Cups to the 10 of Cups. It's like the thing that you're wishing for hasn't really shown up for you just yet, but it's about, you're about to discover it. You're about to discover a chemistry with a new person, and you're going to have a curiosity to want to get to know this person better, okay? Now we've got a 3 of Wands in the external circumstances. 3 of Wands indicates you're on the right path towards accomplishing new love. It indicates that, you've been aligning yourself with your heart and with what you desire, and at this time, you will achieve what you set out to do, because this indicates the universe is lining things up for you behind the scenes. They're sort of putting you in alignment with new opportunities. There's an expanse of opportunities. Also, the 3 of Wands is about you getting out there, okay? There's a big old wide world out there to be explored. So the 3 of Wands kind of says, what are you waiting for, my beautiful Capricorn? You are a catch, and it makes sense for you to put yourself out there, because you are going to find this chemistry between this new person, and it will lead to a little bit more adventure and a lot more excitement as well, and to a higher level of commitment relationship. So I do feel like, you know, I always say like things are on the horizon, but I do feel on the horizon always seems so far away that it's still like not, you just can't reach out and touch it. But I feel like it's closer than you think at this time. Love is closer than you think. Now, the hope and fear here, now, because it's a hope and fear position, the Queen of Wands is a card of aesthetically pleasing looks, for example, or magnetism. So some of you may be worried about your looks in some way, or you've been focusing on those things recently. Now, of course, my beautiful Capricorn, looks are not everything. As long as a person's got a beautiful heart and a beautiful soul, you know, beauty, I always say to people, and this is something I learned myself many, many years ago, beauty, it will eventually fade or transform into something different, okay? But, and of course, beauty is, of course, in the eye of the beholder. That is a cliche, but it is true. But a good heart, it, you know, it doesn't go anywhere. It just becomes even more beautiful, okay? So it's important to remember what is, well, most important in life. I don't want to keep using the word important, but that's what I keep coming up with. I need to stretch my vocab, perhaps. The Queen of Wands is a card of being magnetic. So you are going to turn heads, my beautiful Capricorn. But some of you, with the Queen of, how about I say Queen of Cups? I meant Queen of Wands. I'm getting Queen of Wands energy. But the Queen of Wands energy is, in this position, it can mean that you may have been disinterested for a while for looking for love, and you may feel a little bit out of your depths or overwhelmed to get back in the mix. But I feel like you're ready for it, okay? The Queen of Wands can also be sort of an indication in this position that whilst you are magnetic and you are attracting a lot of attention at this time, my beautiful Capricorn, it can mean that there is some sort of anger that is residue from some previous experience. It's almost like made you feel cold or feel apathy for a while regarding love. It's almost like, how can I put that? You may feel like the dating game, for example, is very saturated, and there's just, you know, nobody out there that you're interested in. And you could also be annoyed by a previous experience that you're healing from. So I'm just going to pull a quick card on that for you. Emperor energy. Thank you so much. So they give me this energy. The Emperor energy is a lot of responsibility. You may have had a lot of responsibilities, but it's also someone who's very guarded. Seven of Wands, there you go, guarded. So that energy of apathy. Now, when humans in general, there's always a reason for something, or for everything, really, when you dissect it. So, for example, how I'm going to, they're actually showing me an image of me right now, so I guess they want me to sort of show you or tell you something about me at this period of my life. So basically what they're giving me is many years ago, I went through a major breakup. I always talk about this. It was very difficult, lost everything pretty much within a couple of weeks, and basically was so shell-shocked. Eventually it was like, you know, it's trauma. And basically you go through moments of disbelief, you know, grief, traumatic experience, and then comes the anger. And then after the anger, there's the apathy. Okay, so what I was feeling was, you know, I almost sort of renounced love and said, I will never have love again. You know, it's just too much hassle. It's just too much pain. You know, I was angry at the world. But and I'm Scorpio, okay? And Scorpios feel deeply about everything. And I just went through this period of feeling numb. It was actually a self-protective measure that I was using, like subconsciously, to protect my wonderful heart and almost sort of hoodwink myself into thinking that I don't really want love. I don't need it. It's fine. I'm good. But actually deep down, when I really started to do the personal work, of course I wanted love. Of course I wanted to be devoted to another person and settle down, all of those things. But this level of apathy was there in order to protect my heart from further pain. So I feel sometimes we guard ourselves. And there's an energy there with the Emperor where it's like you perhaps want to settle down, you want to find a divine counterpart, but I feel there's this energy of being a little bit closed off when it comes to your emotions, because the Seven of Wands says you've had to protect yourself in the past, or you've experienced something that has made you feel guarded. Okay, now your guides also want you to be aware when it comes to the Queen of Wands in this position with the Seven of Wands and the Emperor. This can also mean that if you've been doubting your looks, or you've been doubting your age, maturity, things like that. Again, male or female, not a gender specific reading, but if you feel like time is running out, your guides are showing me with the Seven of Wands, and even if you look up the meaning of this card, it can mean have confidence in your wonderful self. You are at your personal best right now. So enjoy your wonderful self. You are attracting someone to settle down with. You're attracting a divine counterpart at this time. So love yourself fully and allow it to happen organically. Okay. Now the outcome energy, we've got the Justice card, which does indicate making adjustments in your life, trying to find balance, and also sort of like being logical. It's like cause and effect, this card. So it pretty much says, are you making an effort to put yourself in a situation to meet new love? If the answer is no, then it may take a little bit more time than usual. If the answer is yes, then it stands to reason that there is passion coming into the mix. Okay, so I feel like you and a new person will be, getting to know each other deeper. I feel like there's someone here who's about to let you into their life. And I'm just going to pull some cards on that. The Justice card is like, finally, you deserve love, so it's coming for you. But of course, you've got to put yourself in this position to meet someone. The Ace of Wands also is a card of sort of taking the initiative and, a spark between you and someone new. So they're just giving me something, one moment, please. Okay. Now they are giving me 007 in the water. So this may be a number that is important. This may have come up before. I mean, whenever I see 007, I always think of like 007, Bond. So either you and this person, there's a conversation about James Bond, or a watch, because they're showing me a watch right now as well. A watch to do with Bond. Maybe it's some sort of fancy watch that has gadgets or something like that. Very Bond-like. Bond may come up into the conversation, but they just show me 007. So please take it as it resonates. They're also showing me, like, in the background, like graphic novels. So either you and this person are into graphic novels, or someone may gift you a graphic novel in the next 4 to 5 weeks. It signifies change in your relationship. It's a symbol. Okay, so look out for that. I mean, it could even be, I don't know if there is such a thing, a graphic novel to do with James Bond or something like that. So I'm not sure. So I'm just going to leave that there. It's sort of leaving the water right now. So that means I've obviously said what I need to say about it. Otherwise, the image would remain there. Okay, so now I'm just going to pull a card on that Ace of Wands, because I am getting an energy here of someone wanting to let you into their life. Okay, someone, because the Ace of Wands typically means transformation. Okay, it means this is the time to dream big, sort of really visualize what you truly want, because you're bringing your dreams to reality, but you must take the initiative. Three of Swords. Now, the Three of Swords there with that Ace of Wands can mean that you are a very private person, because you may have been going through some heartbreak or difficulty. The Justice card, Seven of Swords. Okay, now this is interesting. So there can be someone who perhaps is spying on you, because they're so, my guides are literally pointing, point. They keep just doing that point at this card. So they're indicating the keyhole. So there could be someone spying on you. This is someone who perhaps wants to find a solution. These three cards, literally, if you even look up the sort of combination of these three cards, it's like someone who hurt you, Three of Swords, or you've had difficulty with. Seven of Swords, you don't really trust this person, okay, or they betrayed you in some way. The Justice card indicates this person may want to find a solution, but also there can be an energy coming off here is that you're very independent, my beautiful Capricorn, and whilst that is wonderful, it may have led you to, in some way, have difficulty in finding love. But you will make adjustments in order to put yourself in a position to find love. But with the Lover's card, in this position, it indicates that you have a choice. So it could be someone from your past wanting to find a solution between you both. Okay, this can be a time period, especially when we're in between eclipse seasons, shall we say. There can be a return from people from the past, but actually I see you wanting new. So I really won't go into that too much. If you want to heal something with someone from the past, of course you can, my beautiful Capricorn, but all your cards tell me that you're actually moving away from it, okay? Eight of Cups says you're done. You've closed out the chapter. Ace, you're desiring an ace, something new. And the Ace of Wands, there's a new connection, a new spark between you and someone coming on in. Now let me see where you may meet this person, because I feel like you may meet this person in a group of like-minded people. This could be you discovering a new hobby or something like that. The World card. You're going to be at the right place at the right time to meet the right person. You got the World card again there. It could be a place where you sort of celebrate a victory or win, so a competitive hobby or sport or something like that. The World card also indicates coming into balance. It could also mean you're traveling. Okay, I'll go one more on that. Okay, so the Four of Cups is showing up for you again. So they're indicating that the universe is going to bring you a surprise, new love. But the World card indicates you closing out a cycle, enjoying your independence with the Nine of Pentacles. And again, that sneaky little Seven of Swords is showing up. Okay, now the Seven of Swords, it can mean that, you know, I'm getting a small portion of you out there, not all Capricorns, but I'm getting an energy here of, you know, something came to an end that was, you know, a little bit perhaps dramatic or argumentative or deceptive at the end of a connection. And I feel like there's a temptation to look back, but I feel like you're only moving forward, okay? But you've left some memories behind in the situation, and there can be some influence. Some of you may be wondering what went wrong, or how can I change things, or how could I go back to that time period and, you know, make some change. But from all your other energy, I actually see you closing out this cycle. I feel like you are sort of leaving a situation, but there's a potential to have trust issues. So I would watch that, because I feel like it's something you need to process at this time. Now, the history of Tarot, if you know your Tarot, or if you don't, I'm going to tell you. You know, cards that have gold or yellow in them tend to be positive cards. You know, as you can see, positivity, they always indicate positive energy. So the Seven of Swords can be that you are wonderfully independent. You live life on your own terms, and, you know, you don't want to fight anymore. You just want a relationship that is, you know, where there's a meeting of minds. There's two swords left behind, because the history of this card, this figure is stealing all the weaponry because he does not want to fight. He does not want to go to war. He wants to find a solution. He wants to find another way of dealing with the situation. So I feel like this could be you doing things differently in relationships, and opening yourself up to new strategies to meet love. You're not going to do what you always did, because if you always do what you always do, you're always going to get what you always got. And if you are not happy with that, it's time to change the circumstances. The Death card tells me there you want change. Now the Four of Cups showing up again, as I said, near future position. This is what's happening for you. It can, again, serve as a reminder. Don't be thinking about all the things that went wrong or past situations that were not really fulfilling, because the universe is about to send you a new opportunity. So keep your eyes alive and keep them open. With that cloud, it can represent, you know, going through difficult times and struggling, but at the same time, the universe brings in a bigger cup than ever before. This is a great love story that's being offered to you. So I feel suddenly, out of the blue, there's love. I do feel like you meet this person at a place where you get to, you're inspired, or you get to achieve something, or you do something really interesting. Maybe expressing your passions or exploring your passions. Some of you may actually be relocating or traveling when you meet this person. But I feel like it could be that this person challenges you to a game of something or challenges you in some way, because I get this energy of challenge. And I feel like you won't really know what's hit you, because actually this person's going to come out of the blue just when you're not looking for it. This person's going to arrive in your life just when you're enjoying your single life. They're there. And it starts off as a spark of something passionate, intense, and I feel like it's a life-changing love, okay? Now I'm going to get some final cards for you. We've got 3 monkeys. They want one more. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide? Thank you so much. And we've got white light. White light. Okay, so 3 monkeys. I'm going to read what that means from you, from the book there, and white light as well. So let us see what's happening there for you. Now they're also giving me a conversation about osteopathy. What? Okay, that's very precise. A conversation about osteopathy. So they're pointing at the neck. So perhaps you and this person will talk about going to an osteopath, or perhaps you've just decided to go to an osteopath regarding your neck. Something about the neck. Okay. Or perhaps this person is an osteopath, or maybe you are. So please take it as it resonates. May mean nothing at the moment, but in the next 4 to 5 weeks, it's going to mean something, that's for sure. Okay. Now it says here, you are wiser than you think. This card is given to you by the universe because the universe wants to focus on your wise self. 3 wise monkeys are an ancient sacred Japanese icon. Traditionally, they have represented see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. The 3 monkeys psychic reading card has 2 very different meanings. It's up to you what the meaning you feel most represents your current situation. So this 3 wise monkeys card, the universe wants you to be aware that what you're thinking of as your desires are manifesting right now. This is a time for you to really think about what it is you want in your life. Remember that those 3 words came up. Thoughts become things. So yeah, this card literally means what will sort of solidifies what came up there earlier. It says this is a positive side of your life, and it's telling you to focus on all positive factors to bring in those energies back into your life. This is a time for you to really think about what it is you want in your life, as like attracts like. And the reverse meaning of the card means to not see something, not speak something, or not listen. Okay, now you didn't get the reverse of this card, but it can mean that someone from your past is entering, or someone that you meet doesn't really listen to you, doesn't really see you, and doesn't really speak their truth, or is not honest. So it can mean that there is a negative issue here that you're processing regarding love, and you're releasing it, you're letting it go. And finally, we got white light. So the universe surrounds you with light and protection. You receive this card as the universe wants you to know that you are protected and loved from above. White light is a universal energy that is available for your protection at will. The angels of the universe reside on the spiritual level, and you have the ability to call them if and when you need them. The white light is psychic. The white light psychic reading card is a gentle reminder that whenever you're feeling worried, feel unsafe, or are in need of protection, you are simply to call on the universe to surround you with its warm, protective, radiant light. And it is to guard against any negative thoughts, feelings, energies, or entities that you may feel have been surrounding you. Okay, so it is an energy as well that represents the dawn of something new. So definitely very positive energy coming through in your reading. I'm just going to get some cards. I mean, look at that. I close my eyes when I pick the trinkets, and of course you can't see that, but you do have to trust me on that, I'm afraid. We've got the butterfly, and your first card, look at that huge butterfly. So I feel like major transformation happening. You've gone through a period of personal growth, and it's time to embrace new. Wow. We've also got the beautiful heart as well. Okay, so complex, beautiful heart. You're about to attract somebody with a equally complex but beautiful heart, and it will transform your life. This literally means transforming love. Now, really interesting. I don't know if you caught that on camera, but I hear someone singing. I hear someone singing. If I was to take a guess at the song, I mean, it's not a song that I know or hear, but if I was to take a guess at the style, it sounded a little bit operatic. Okay. I just heard someone, it was in my right ear, someone's singing. So yeah, I'll go back on the camera and see if it came through, or whether it's just me being clairaudient and just hearing it myself. I could be hearing someone out there singing. Maybe this person is a singer, or there's operatic music when you meet this new person. So please take it as it resonates, okay? I will leave it there, my beautiful Capricorn. Quite a complex reading, but an enjoyable one nonetheless. I hope something resonates in this reading for you. If it does, please like and subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is very important for me too. But I really feel like you're going to meet this person at a place where you do something interesting. Could even be a passion project or even a hobby. Could even be that you go on a trip where you go on an excursion. Okay, please take it as it resonates. It can also be an energy of you doing something differently. Doing something out of your normal schedule, because the Eight of Cups, and the World card twice that came through, it definitely means like you're doing something out of the ordinary. The universe is placing you in a position to meet someone new. Okay, so I'll leave it there. Thank you so much, and love and light.